Good day, everyone. We are the Maritime Group, and we are here to present identifying key drivers of customer loyalty and sales performance through optimizing superstore operations and data mining. Now, what is our business understanding? Our business understanding exists from studies that have been largely ignored how the spatial arrangement of products, such as positioning relative to one another, affects sales and performance. Recent marketing research highlights that in-store factors such as shelf space allocation and product display have a considerable influence on consumer buying behavior and can significantly boost demand. Now let's review our related literature. First is our data mining based framework for identifying shopping missions. It is evident that consumer behavior analysis is vital for the retail industry. Retail firms need to understand why consumers choose their stores to maintain a competitive edge. This study emphasizes the use of business analytics to convert extensive POS retail data into valuable knowledge. It is also enhancing customer relationships and understanding shopping motivations. Next is our advancing supermarket sales forecasting. In another study, Ramachandran investigates the future of machine learning techniques in predicting supermarket sales. Data collected over 3 months from a supermarket with a diverse product range was used to compare the accuracy of various machine learning models, including linear regression, ARIMA, random forest, XGBoost, and LSTM. Next is customer-centric sales strategies and loyalty enhancement. The study identification of customer loyalty and sales performance drivers through efficient operations of superstores and analyzing data emphasizes the importance of customer relationships in market competitions. It adapts the methodologies from Miguel's, Camanho, and Falcao y Cunha's work on customer data mining for lifestyle segmentation. Next is advanced clustering techniques and customer value assessment. Advanced clustering techniques and customer value assessment is a study by Manfusa in their 2021 study, a comprehensive framework for superstore business with employing effective clustering techniques. Mafusa and colleagues propose a framework to enhance superstore operations through meticulous customer segmentation and value assessment. And lastly, for customer-centric sales strategies and loyalty enhancement. To study identification of customer loyalty and sales strategies and loyalty enhancement, performance drives through efficient operations of superstores and analyzing data, emphasizes the importance of customer relationships in market competition. It adapts the methodologies from Miguel Camanjo and Falcao y Cunha's work on customer data mining for lifestyle segmentation. Now let's move on our objectives. The primary objectives of our study are threefold. Number one is identify factors influencing customer loyalty. It is to understand the elements that encourage repeat purchases and customer retention. Number two, optimize product assortment and pricing. This is to determine the most profitable product assortments and pricing strategies to maximize store profitability. And lastly, number three, evaluate sales performance. It is to analyze key factors that drive the sales performance of products. Kaggle is, is the platform where we have gathered our sample superstore data understanding data. Now for our data preparation. We utilize the sample superstore dataset from Kaggle, which comprises 10,001 rows and 19 columns. This dataset provides detailed information on products, customers, sales, and profits. Data collection sources included point-of-sale terminals, customer relationship management, databases, inventory solutions, and online platforms. Key features of these datasets are product information, categories, subcategory, and product name, Customer information segments city, state, and region. Sales and profit are quantity sold, discount applied, sales revenue, and profit. Order details are order date, ship date, and shipping mode. Data preparation involves several critical steps. 1. Exploratory data analysis. We began by exploring the data to understand its structure and characteristics, identifying key variables and inconsistencies and outliers. We found some missing values and outliers which were addressed to ensure data accuracy. Data cleaning. We perform data cleaning operations such as handling missing values, removing duplicates, and correcting errors. Next are feature engineering. We created new features from existing data to capture additional insights, such as profit, margins, and customer purchase frequency. And lastly, clustering analysis. We applied clustering techniques to segment customers and products, helping to identify meaningful patterns and trends. To prepare the data for prediction, the researchers will use a Jupyter notebook and import essential Python libraries, including NumPy, Pandas, sklearn, Matplotlib, and Seaborn. The prompt says that the Boolean picture indicating on-time delivery is present in the dataset, represented as 1 for yes and 0 for no. However, the image displaying the dataset's columns does not include a column explicitly labeled as such. This inconsistency raises questions about the accuracy of the prompt, the completeness of the image, or potential data transformations. To resolve the issue, accessing the full dataset, its data dictionary, and any applied data processing steps is necessary. And now for our modeling. The image offers a comparative analysis of profit and sales across three product categories: furniture, office supplies, and technology. Illustrated with two bar charts, it reveals that technology is the dominant category in both profit and sales, significantly outperforming the two categories. These findings have several implications. The high profit margins for technology suggest efficient operations and possibly premium pricing, which contribute to its leading position. The strong sales figures for technology indicate a substantial market share and high customer demand. In response, the company might focus on expanding its technology product range to capitalize on its success and consider strategies to enhance the furniture category to improve its sales and profitability. And for our figure 4.2, by analyzing product purchase patterns, we can identify factors driving customer loyalty and repeat purchases, such as frequently bought items and purchase sequences. Additionally, classification models can be built to predict product success based on features like price and brand, enabling optimized product assortment and pricing strategies. For this chart, in contrast, the South region has the smallest share, contributing roughly 16.21% of the total sales. This lower proportion indicates a relatively smaller market presence compared to other regions. The distribution pattern suggests that while the West and East regions drive the majority of sales, the South region lags behind, potentially pointing to areas for improvement or targeted sales strategies. The predominant use of standard class shipping suggests a strong emphasis on cost effectiveness in the shipping strategy. Meanwhile, the relatively small share of same-day shipping points to an effort to meet the needs of customers who require expedited delivery, despite its limited use. The variety in shipping methods could also reflect different product characteristics, where smaller or less urgent items are more likely to be shipped via standard class, while larger or more time-sensitive products might be dispatched through first class or same-day shipping options. For our heat map of data correlation, in contrast, the lower half of the heat map often reveals negative correlations, where darker squares indicate inverse relationships between variables. For instance, a strong negative correlation between discount and profit would imply that higher discounts are associated with reduced profit margins. Conversely, lighter squares on the heat map suggest weak or no significant relationships between the variables, indicating that these variables do not influence each other strongly. And now for our evaluation of the data mining results. In relation to the business success criteria, reveal several key insights. The original business objectives included increasing overall profitability, identifying high-performing and underperforming product categories, enhancing operational efficiency, and improving customer satisfaction and loyalty. The data mining results align closely with these objectives. Profit and sales categories demonstrate that the technology category leads in both profit and sales, significantly outperforming furniture and office supplies. Next are profit and sales of subcategories that highlights the identification of product features driving customer loyalty, such as frequently bought items and purchase sequences. For quantity per region, it shows that the West region has the highest sales figures, while the South region lags significantly. For the mode of shipment of products, it is also a predominant use of standard class shipping, indicating a strong emphasis on cost effectiveness. And lastly, the heat map of data correlation, where it identifies strong positive correlation between sales, quantity, and negative correlations between discount and profit. And now for the application of data mining. The cluster that is colored purple consists of transactions characterized by lower sales and profits. These data points suggest areas where there might be opportunities for improvement in marketing strategies, product quality, or other business processes to enhance performance. Cluster 1 that is colored teal, transactions within this cluster show moderate sales and profits, indicating a stable and average performance level. This cluster represents the bulk of typical transactions, providing a benchmark for evaluating other clusters. And lastly, the cluster that is colored yellow, this cluster includes transactions with higher sales and profits, showcasing the most successful strategies in high-performing products. Transactions in this cluster are indicative of what works well and can serve as a model for other areas of the business. The scatter plot offers valuable insights into the different performance levels of sales transactions, helping to identify areas for improvement and successful strategies. These analyses can be particularly useful for refining business strategies, optimizing marketing efforts, and enhancing product offerings. For our RFM clustering, cluster purple, this cluster represents customers with lower recency and monetary values but higher frequency. These are likely loyal customers who make frequent low-value purchases. Understanding their preferences can help businesses encourage higher value transactions. For teal, this cluster includes customers with low recency, frequency, and monetary values. These less engaged customers might need targeted marketing efforts to re-engage them and encourage more frequent and higher value purchases. And lastly, cluster 2, which is colored green, customers in this cluster exhibit higher recency and monetary values, indicating recent high-value transactions. These customers are potentially the most valuable, and businesses should focus on maintaining and enhancing their engagement through personalized offers and premium services. And for cluster 3, which is yellow, this cluster consists of customers with moderate recency, frequency, and monetary values, reflecting a balanced level of engagement, and these customers are consistent performers and can be nurtured to increase their transaction frequency and value. The clustering results offer significant insights into customer behavior and transaction performance. By identifying distinct segments within the sales and profit data and RFM metrics, businesses can develop targeted strategies to improve customer retention and enhance overall profitability. These visualizations highlight the effectiveness of data mining techniques in converting raw data into actionable intelligence, enabling more informed decision making. For reviewing this project's success, it is clear that the original business objectives have largely been achieved. Profitability has increased in high-performing categories, and operational efficiency insights have been gained from shipping methods analysis. However, new business objectives have emerged, such as enhancing furniture category profitability and improving sales in the South region, and this project's effectiveness was notable through future projects should incorporate and cooperate customer feedback on shipping preferences and conduct a detailed analysis of promotional effectiveness. Recommended actions include expanding the technology product range, developing strategies to boost furniture sales and profitability. It is also here that implementing targeted marketing campaigns to sell and optimizing shipping strategies. For our deployment, in the deployment phase, the insights gained from our analysis are used to inform business decision-making and operational strategies. For instance, is our customer segmentation, where it is understanding different customer segments. Superstores can develop targeted marketing campaigns that cater to specific customer needs and preferences. Next are product placement and pricing, where insights on product performance can guide the optimization of product placement within the store and then adjust the pricing strategies to maximize profitability. And lastly, the inventory management, where it is better to understand the sales patterns that can improve inventory management, that can reduce stockouts and overstock situations. And lastly, the proposed actions are here, where the proposed actions including the deployment of advanced analytical models, the development of intelligent business support system, and the generation of detailed customer insight reports will facilitate data-driven decision-making. Strategic adjustments in product offerings and pricings, coupled with enhanced cross-selling and bundling initiatives, are expected to boost sales and customer satisfaction. Future work will focus on integrating predictive analytics, refining customer segmentation, improving product assortment strategies, and exploring dynamic pricing models. Additionally, incorporating cross-channel analytics and evaluating customer loyalty programs will further refine the company's approach, ensuring a comprehensive strategy for sustained business success. Again, we are the Maritime Group. Thank you for listening.